Hello everyone, welcome to watch this video. This video will focus on if conditionals type 0 to type 3. The video will be divided into two parts. The first part will be the introduction and the second part will be the exercise part. In English, we have four conditionals, type 0, 1, 2, and 3. Each conditional has an if clause and a main clause. The if clause gives us a condition. When I say condition, I mean situation. And the main clause gives us the result. Let's begin with the 0 conditional. If plus present simple, present simple. We use the 0 conditionals to express real conditions and the results that are always the same. Same in the past, same in the present, same in the future. For example, if the wind blows, the trees move. If plus present simple, present simple. This is real because wind always moves trees, right? This will never change, so we use type 0 here. Let's move to first conditional, or we can call it type 1. Condition result. If plus present simple, will plus infinitive. In the first conditional, you will often use will plus infinitive. But other modal verbs are perfectly fine. Any modal verb that can give you that future feelings, such as can, could, may, might. We can also use going to because going to is a future form. We use the first conditional for a possible future condition and its possible future results. If this thing happens, that thing will happen. Look at the example. If we do not leave soon, we will miss our train. If plus present simple, will plus infinitive. Second conditional. Condition result. If plus past simple, would plus infinitive. Would is probably the most common modal verb, but might, could are also possible. We use the second conditional to talk about things that are imaginary or when the result is unlikely to happen in the future. If this thing happened, that thing will happen. We can also use these sentences to give advice or say what someone should do. If I won the lottery, I will buy a big house. As you can see, this is a very unreal condition and an impossible result. Last type of conditional, third conditional, or we call it type 3. Condition result. If plus past perfect, would have plus past participle. Remember, we formed the past perfect had plus pp. Would have plus past participle. Would is very common, but you can also use could. We use the third conditional to speak about a past unreal impossible situation plus is impossible result. So third conditional is all about the past. If this thing had happened, that thing would have happened. Example, if I had studied harder, I would have passed my exam. In reality, I didn't study hard enough, so I didn't pass the exam. After briefly introducing the 4 types of conditionals, I have prepared 15 questions for you to consolidate your understanding on if conditionals. You can pause whenever you need more time. I will give you 3 seconds to think about each question and then show you the answer one by one. Let's start with question 1. If I know Paul and Tim were coming, I make more food. The answer is, if I had known Paul and Tim were coming, I would have made more food. In reality, I didn't make more food because I didn't know they were coming. If I had known, I would have made more food. Number 2. If you leave ice cream in the sun, it melts. The answer is, if you leave ice cream in the sun, it melts. Yes, it does, right? So it is the zero conditional. Number 3. If I be late again, I lose my job. The answer is, if I am late again, I might or I will lose my job. Here we use might instead of will because will shows a higher possibility of losing job while might shows a lower possibility of losing job. So in this question, both are correct. Number 4. People get hungry if they not eat. The answer is, people get hungry if they don't eat. Yes, it is true, so type 0 is used in this question. Number 5. If I not trip, I win the race. The answer is, if I had not tripped, I would have won the race. In reality, I did trip, so I didn't win. You can see all of these are impossible because you cannot change the past. Number 6. If you get lost, text me. The answer is, if you get lost, text me. This question is zero conditional because we often use zero conditional to give instruction with the imperative in the main clause. Number 7. If he have more money, he buy a boat. The answer is, if we had more money, he would buy a boat. But in fact, he didn't have much money, so type 2 is used in this question. Number 8. If I be you, I not burn midnight oil. The answer is, if I were you, I would not burn midnight oil. I can't be you, it's impossible. But if I were you, I would not do that. It's a good way of giving advice or a warning. Number 9. If you not eat enough, you lose weight. The answer is, if you don't eat, you lose weight. It is a scientific fact, so zero conditional is used here. Number 10. If I be stronger, I help you carry the piano. The answer is, if I were stronger, I would help you carry the piano. But I'm not strong enough, so I can't help you carry the piano. Type 2 is used in this question. Number 11. If we listen to the radio. We hear the news. The answer is, if we had listened to the radio, we would have heard the news. But in reality, we didn't listen to the radio, so we didn't hear the news and things happened. Number 12. If you park your car on double yellow lines, you pay a fine. The answer is, if you park your car on double yellow lines, you pay a fine. Whenever you park illegally, you have to pay a fine, so this is a fact. Type 0 is used here. Number 13. If you get up late, you miss the bus. The answer is, if you get up late, you will miss the bus. It is a real situation and you will possibly miss the bus if you get up late. So type 1 is used. Number 14. If I come from your country, I understand your problems. The answer is, if I came from your country, I would understand your problems. It is an unreal situation because I'm not from your country. It is an imaginary situation, so type 2 is used. Number 15. If you heat the water to 100 degrees, it boils. The answer is, if you heat the water to 100 degrees, it boils. It is a scientific fact. Zero conditional is used in this question. So this is the end of this video. Hope you'll find it useful. See you next time. Goodbye.